If you're watching this video from your iPhone or PC sitting on a leather couch in your warm living room, you probably belong to the privileged who got dealt a good hand anyway. The one thing all successful people have in common. Let me ask you a question, and after listening to it, pause the video for 30 seconds and try to find the answer. What is, in your opinion, the one key difference in the way successful people think compared to those who are not successful? Bear in mind, when I say successful, I don't necessarily mean rich, but I'm rather referring to someone who achieved the goals they set for themselves in life. We've all met people who are true sources of inspiration, people who have achieved their goals in life, determined people who have made their own luck. Looking at the other side of the coin, we all happen to meet people who are the exact opposite, people who are constantly negative, people who cannot emerge, people who do not seem to recognize the opportunities that present themselves in front of them. In short, the exact opposite of the first profile described. In many videos on this channel, we've talked about the difference in mentality between these two types of people. But there's a very specific personality trait that is particularly noticeable between those who made it and those who did not. And the correlation between being successful and having this personality trait is evident. The difference between successful people and others is the locus of control of their lives. While successful people tend to have an internal locus of control, less successful people tend to have an external locus of control. In psychology, the theory of locus of control indicates the way in which individuals believe that the events of their lives are the outcome of their behaviors or actions, or external causes beyond their control. An internal locus of control is possessed by those individuals who believe in their ability to control events. These individuals attribute their successes or failures to factors directly related to the exercise of their own skills, will, and abilities. An external locus of control is possessed by those individuals who believe that life events, such as rewards or punishments, are not the result of the direct exercise of personal ability, but rather the result of unpredictable external factors such as chance, luck, or fate. The construct of the locus of internal-external control was first established in 1954 by Julian B. Rotter, an American psychologist who developed the social learning theory and the locus of control, which have become important reference systems of psychology in relation to the study of the personality of individuals. When you're a child, the only way to survive is to rely on an external locus of control, usually your parents. Without them, a 2-year-old would hardly survive. If your parents do their job properly, then theoretically, once you become an adult, you should be able to dress yourself, cook, earn money, etc., without needing the help of your parents. As you grow up, you should want to spend time with your parents for pleasure, but not for necessity. For many people, however, this is not the case, and they carry with them the sense of powerlessness that they had as children for much of, and in extreme cases, all of their lives. For these people, this powerless behavior can emerge in different areas of life. If they're unhappy at work, you can be sure it's their boss or colleague's fault. If they can't find a job, then the politicians are to blame. And if they can't find someone to go out with, it's because those potential partners have no taste. And don't get me wrong, often these complaints can be justified and have a logic to them. After all, who hasn't had a bad boss or been rejected by someone for no clear reason? The problem, however, arises when a person starts to blame these external forces by default, without having even wondered what they were actively doing to make their own life better. Instead of complaining, we should start by looking at the cards we've been dealt and try to figure out what's the best we can do with those cards. And yes, life can be unfair, and some people have been dealt a better hand and had better luck than others. So what? If you're watching this video from your iPhone or PC sitting on a leather couch in your warm living room, you probably belong to the privileged who got dealt a good hand anyway. If you're an adult, it's not anyone else's responsibility to make your life better. You are solely responsible for making it happen. And this is a beautiful thing, because once you adopt this mindset, you'll understand that there's no limit to the opportunities you have in front of you. My motto is, if someone else can do something, I can do it better. Of course, I'm often wrong, but this way of thinking allows me to always try. Many times I can fail, but that 1% of the time I'm right is enough to justify all the previous failures. If you liked this video, don't miss the video 10 Steps to Becoming a Better Person that you can find on this channel. I also invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell if you haven't done so already, and I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of the day.